Um, Hi, this is Joe again with another movie review, and for the sake of this video, I'm going to be doing a video previously. I had done a video on a subject called cross-dressing movies, and it is one of my most viewed videos. I decided that what I did was I took three cross-dressing movies and I discussed them, and I felt that when I was reviewing my cross-dressing movies, I meant in that video is I took a cross-dressing film where the main character cross-dresses because of a particular plot point, and I picked down three in particular. And unfortunately, I did not didn't add Mrs. Doubtfire to that film, or to that video, I should say. I'm not doing Mrs. Doubtfire, but I am going to be doing a video that I did do in that video. And because I feel like I should give those particular movies their own individual review, so I'm going to be doing one of them for you now, and that's the 1982 film Tootsie. Of course, Dustin Hoffman, Jessica Lange, Dabney Coleman, Bill Murray, and the director of the film, Sidney Pollack, does have a cameo in this film, playing Dustin Hoffman's agent. And this is definitely this one and Yento, along with Mrs. Doubtfire, are really the three better cross-dressing movies because everything worked in those films, in my opinion. But Tootsie was really the first real, well, you could say something like a Hot. It was also a cross-dressing film. With Tony Curtis and Jack Lemmon dressing up in, getting dressed up as disguising themselves as women, running away from the mobsters, and it had Marilyn Monroe in it. But I haven't I've seen like bits and pieces of it, and I haven't seen a full video. And anyway, and it hasn't been a really successful cross-dressing movie until the early 80s when you have a video that the movie I did discuss in that video was Victor Victoria and Julie Andrews, and the next one was Tootsie, and the next one was Yento. And you didn't have another successful cross-dressing movie until Mrs. Doubtfire with Robin Williams. But what I'm going to be really discussing is Tootsie. Like I said, it came out in 1982, and this was a vehicle really driven by Dustin Hoffman. After he won his first Oscar for Kramer vs. Kramer, he read about a particular tennis player who had a sex change operation. So I figured, oh, why can't I do that with an actor? And I'll play an actor disguising himself as a woman to get a job. And that's pretty much what the premise was for this film. Dustin Hoffman plays an out-of-work actor named Michael Dorsey. And there's one particular day where he found out that he was supposed to be out for a particular play. He didn't get an audition for it because no one wants him. And you see in the opening sequence of the movie during the opening credits where he's going out for audition after audition, and he's not getting a job anywhere, and with him being a really demanding actor, and he found out that he was supposed to be out for his play and he didn't get the offer. He said, hey, I'm supposed to be doing that. I'm supposed to get an offer to do that play, and didn't get it. So he charges into his agent's office, and like I said earlier, his agent was played by Sidney Pollack, the film's director. And he says, how come you didn't put me up for that part? I could act circles around the guy that I hired. And he said, well, because the guy is known, he's on a soap opera. And of course, there's one little notch that people are not going to get from today for watching Tootsie. Or another movie with starring Sally Field called Soap Dish is because there's no more soap operas on television anymore. There's only maybe like four soap operas on television today. And at that time, 1982, but every network had about like at least three shows, three soap operas on every weekday at that time. Now there's only like 4 shows total. But today, at that time, it used to be maybe like 20, like maybe between 10 and 15 soap operas between the 3 major networks at the time. Now there's only like 4 total, competing with 3 networks. And so, of course, nowadays nobody's going to get soap operas today because there's no soap operas anymore. Anyway, so he found out that this other actor was on a soap opera, so he no. And his agent says to him, "No one will hire you." And that's crazy. You bust my ass again, Port, right? He said, yeah, you bust everybody else's ass too, along with it. So Dustin Hoffman character wants to raise $5,000. Well, he needed $5,000 because his roommate, who was played by Bill Murray, wrote this play. He said, if I were raise $5,000, I could put this play on in Syracuse. He says, and his agent says, well, you're not going to raise 25 cents because no one's going to hire you. He goes, oh yeah? And then the next thing you see is Dustin Hoffman, like this. And he ends up getting the part in the soap opera, and he becomes a big hit. And his friend, played by Terry Gore, actually was supposed to be out for that part that he eventually got. And he called himself Dorothy Michaels, switch of the name. And he decides, and he got the part, and became a big hit. He got the $5,000 that he wanted, and after being on the show for approximately about a year, the network decided to renew his contract. And he didn't want to renew his contract, so of course at the end, so they did a live scene. This was very rare in television, for soap operas to do a live scene. They usually reshoot it, or do another take or whatever. But they did like a live scene because the tape of that scene got ruined. So on live television, actually, Dustin Hoffman took off the eyelashes, then he takes out the wig, and he really reveals himself to be a guy. That's because at that point in the movie, everything got a little crazy. What I mean is, Tootsie did set the form on how these cross-dressing movies go. What I mean is, he meets a woman, Jessica Lange, who was another actor on the show. She plays a nurse on the show, on the soap opera, on the show that's within the movie, and he falls in love with her. And of course, he can't reveal himself that he's actually a guy in a dress, or a heterosexual man inside the dress, so he can get the part. So he can get an acting job. And then on top of that, Jessica Lange's father, played by Charles Durning, falls in love with her and actually proposes marriage. And then on top of that, another actor on the show also has the hots for Dustin Hoffman as a woman, which of course also complicates things. Now of course, Bill Murray, there's one famous, very extremely funny scene. Doesn't start off as funny, but it has a funny ending, where the other actor who plays one of the doctors on the soap opera attempts to have sex with Dustin Hoffman in Dustin Hoffman's apartment, and then Bill Murray comes in and it's immediately broken up. And as soon as the other actor leaves, Bill Murray says to him with a straight face, calls him "you slut," which was hysterical, which got a huge laugh when I went to see in the movie theater. And Dr. Hoffman says, rape's not a funny matter. I could have been in the Daily News tomorrow morning. And said, how did I get in here? He was singing out on the street. and so I had to handle that in a minute. Otherwise, what kept singing out on the street was disturbing everybody. But in terms of this little, excuse me, in spite of these whole little shenanigans that was going on, the movie itself is a damn good film, and the movie was written by. I know it does make a funny face right just then. The movie was written by Larry Gelbart. Oh, no wonder the story is so good. One of the co-writers was Larry Gelbart, a famous TV writer there. It's also produced and directed by Sidney Pollack. And this movie got like a boatload of nominations. And check the production notes that came with the DVD. This is how old the DVD is. It actually came with the slip with the scene selections on it. How many DVDs have you bought recently that has the scene selections slip on it? And of course production notes as well. At that many. This movie came back. Well, let's see how many. Oh, it got 10. Actually, got 10 nominations altogether. You got. Well, Jessica Lange won for Best Supporting Actress for this one, so that's one. The other ones were Best Picture, but of course didn't get because Gandhi won that year. Best Actor, Dustin Hoffman got for Best Supporting Actor. Terry Gore was also nominated for Best Supporting Actress. Best Director for Sidney Pollack, Best Original Screenplay, Best Cinematography, and for the Best Song. Best Song, Best Editing, and for the Best Sound. So we got a lot of technical stuff. So we got 10 nominations. Tootsie did, but unfortunately only won one because unfortunately we went up against Gandhi, which I feel that Gandhi should not have won for Best Picture if A.T. should have won. But this because you know what, the reason why Tootsie didn't win for Best Picture is because it's a comedy, and you know Oscars, the Academy Awards have a thing against comedies, so they don't nominate them. Well, once in the Blue Moon, they didn't nominate Tootsie, but they're not going to let it win for Best Picture. They usually go for dramas or real story films, like Argo did a couple of years ago. It's based on true story, or Gandhi's based on true story. But most of the time, it's not going to. Or Schindler's List is based on a true story. But most of the time, they're not going to pick comedy. They're all dramas. Now, one comedy has ever won for Best Picture, never. Which they should have a comedy, and people have been begging for years to have a separate comedy category. So that way you have comedy and then you have drama. But for Tootsie itself, and also this movie was actually delayed, which it ran in production, which had to reopen this thing again. It was actually delayed in production because of the when the filming began on April 1st, 1982. It ended up being 23 days behind schedule because of the heavy makeup that was used on Dustin Hoffman. Because you can tell it's not. You can tell that it is Dustin Hoffman, but the makeup is such that his beard was coming through after 3 hours of shooting. His beard would be coming through the makeup. Then they had to keep reapplying it, which also cut down the amount of if he was working. So because it took too long to replay the makeup, because he took hours in the makeup chair putting on the makeup to look like a woman, and because of that, and like I said, after 3 hours they have to redo the makeup. So what they did was they had to delay the amount of time that Dustin Hoffman was able to film, because his beard, even though he would be closely shaved, his beard would come through the makeup after about 3 hours of shooting. So they had to delay because of the makeup. I guess the makeup might have improved for when Robin Williams did Mrs. Doubtfire. I really don't know for sure, but I guess maybe they improved the makeup in the 10 years or 11 years between Tootsie and Mrs. Doubtfire when the makeup is concerned. But when the makeup they were using, his beard kind of coming through. So the film actually came out on December 17th, 1982. But I'm surprised it didn't come out in 1983. But it came out the same year that it was filmed, which is rare for movies at that time, and even rarer now. Because every time when movies from, let's say movies from the completely filmed the whole thing in 2014. He had to wait till like 2015 for the movie to even come out in the movie theaters. But Tootsie, for some reason, even though it is a cross-dressing film, people get annoyed or promotes the a gay lifestyle or the homosexual lifestyle. And then this it's a pretty reasonable, like the other cross-dressing films they mentioned in that video. And this one with Tootsie, it's always like a reasonable way or a reasonable excuse why someone would be dressed up as a man in Victoria and Yentl, where the main character dressed up as a man, or in Tootsie and Mrs. Doubtfire, where the main character dressed up as a woman. There's a reasonable excuse why. Even though, like I said, Sarah May, you're always going to have some guy who has the hearts for the woman character, not knowing that the woman is a guy in the costume, even though everybody reads the script and they know that they have to act like they don't know. But how can they not know? Tootsie was the best example, and you're going to see for Mrs. Doubtfire, the best example is where you really can't tell there's a guy in that dress. In Yentl, it's easy. You can tell easily that that's a woman dressed up as a guy. You can easily tell it's Barbra Streisand dressed up as a guy in Yentl. But for Tootsie, for some reason, and for Mrs. Doubtfire, no one could tell that's a guy in dress. I don't know why nobody could tell that there was not a woman in those particular films. Anyway, for Tootsie, like I said earlier, everything worked in Tootsie. Like I said earlier, Tootsie, Yentl, and Mrs. Doubtfire are the three best, in my opinion, the three best cross-dressing movies. But for Tootsie, it's still, to me, it's still funny. Even though this movie is now since we're in 2015, it's now a 30. Oh god, I'm really dating myself. A 33-year-old film now, and I can still watch it today, and it's funny. That's what makes a movie good. Is if you can watch a movie that's this old, you pop it into your DVD player, and you still laugh at it. You know that's a good comedy. Even though many people today, like I said earlier, many people don't realize it because there's no more soap operas. There's no computers, there's no internet, there's no Facebook, there's no YouTube, there's not any of that stuff. But the movie itself works. And it still works today. And I'm glad that I'm doing a full review of Tootsie, because I feel that it should be a full review. Who knows? Maybe do a full review of Yentl as well down the line, or maybe Mrs. Doubtfire. But it's been a long time since I've seen Mrs. Doubtfire. I don't even have her in my DVD collection, or even my VHS collection. But I want to thank everybody for watching this video. Please click on, please rate it. Feel free to comment on it. Please subscribe to my channel. And plus, you can also see my videos not only on my YouTube channel, but now you can start slowly seeing my videos on my friend's website, RallyC.com, the Rally Reviewer. He's linking my videos onto his website. Now, I don't know if he's done any more. But he told me he's going to be linking all my videos onto his website, so now you have two choices where to go to see my videos. But either way, my viewership on YouTube is going to go up. So because he wants to add more content on his website, which I didn't mind. He said, okay, go ahead and do it, and add more viewership to his site, his other videos, and his content on his website, as well as to add viewership on my videos. I said, go ahead and do it. So Rally's, or Chris Lemore, is linking my videos from YouTube onto his site. So you go to his site, you can check his website out, you can check out his TV trash videos, his wrestling walk videos, his P.O. Pizza Guy, and all these other caricatures that he is portraying on his website. Plus, you can see my videos plus other content on his site. So please check out Valley.com for some of my older videos on there, as well as my videos here on YouTube as well. Thanks for watching. Catch you next time.